Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf, and we're playing Vintage Story. And I've just been on a quest to find fire clay. It's been an episode not finding it, and this last episode we found it aplenty, and here is yet another deposit of fire clay. Funny thing is, I haven't harvested any yet. I'm also not desperate for it, but it's nice to have found it. And I had found it before, but I just hadn't marked it. What a dummy. But that's how it is. This whole playthrough is going great, in my opinion. Got farms going, I've got a farm going. I've got some cows enclosed in a fence staff area. I've got a base that's doing everything I need it to do. Right now it's big enough. It'll get expanded over time. I keep finding more terra preta and therefore expanding my farm. And it's a pretty reasonable sized farm at this point. But it's definitely not wolf sized farm yet because, well, I make ridiculous sized farms. And those that know me and have been around anywhere that I've played will tell you that. No questions asked. Huh. Well, it looks like it's time to put the chest down, because we just ran out of inventory space. I'm playing on an unbelievable map that in the first episode I show you, I include you in my creation process, show you the things that I've changed and things I've left alone. Got a list of the mods that I'm playing with, so I'm being open with you. And some aren't going to like some of my settings. Some aren't going to like some of my mods that I'm playing with. That's okay. You don't have to play the way I do, and I don't have to play the way you do. When I choose to play on a server, then we collectively agree on how to play. And then we either play the same way or we just don't play together. And I spend a lot of time playing on the Ara Fury server. And I absolutely love the community that is the Ara Fury community. People are fantastic. We just don't have the problems that I understand other servers have. And if we do, they're taken care of quietly and properly, and the community heals if there's anything to heal from, and it's all great. So I am currently playing on the Ara Fury's Symphony server. Right now I've kind of got my focus on this playthrough. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. And now I'm doing it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I'm really hoping that others will enjoy the work that I'm doing here. And if not, that's not going to change how much fun I'm having. But so far, I'm really surprised at how many people have viewed my episodes. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. And I hope more and more people want to watch what I'm doing. Because that means that would tell me that people are enjoying how I play and what I do, how I do things. And that they get some pleasure out of watching me do it. Couldn't ask for more. More clay over there. Wow. You can definitely see the clay out here. Oh, yeah. My world is just awesome. This map just gives and gives and gives. And I couldn't be more grateful. Wow. This is the good stuff, people. $32 more pieces of terra preta. I'm sure I've collected it all. But it doesn't hurt to look a little farther. That's so awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you, Vintage Story, for being so generous with me. Got this bushmeat that doesn't have a lot of hours left on it, so kind of trying to put it through my belly before I have to throw it out because it's turned to rot. Holy cow. Clay, clay, and more clay. Nothing wrong with that. You do consume a lot of clay in this game. And blue clay does most of what you want, but doesn't do everything you want, so you've got to have some fire clay too. So I'm glad I have found that as well. I'm definitely out in the hunt for mature flax, because right now I'm not wearing any armor. And gambeson would be a great thing to have on me. I haven't started the leather making process. Collected some hides. And we've got limestone, so we've got the lime. I've got plenty of oak around where I live, so I've got the oak for the tannin. So I've got everything I need. I've got a saw for making lumber. Got everything I need to get going on that process. I just haven't stopped and made that what I'm doing yet. That was a nice little piece of lag. Thank you for going away. And what have we got here? Another luxuries trader. I got no money, but let's see what he's got. I literally want none of that. Did I mark this clay? Oh my gosh. I'm about ready to stop marking blue clay for a while because I have found way more of it than I can use for a long time. But as soon as I stop marking it, then I'll need it. I just know. Black coal and an X skills book. Well, too bad you didn't tell me what it was. Doesn't matter. Heck, I haven't looked at anything for a long time. So, level 1 survival, I'm getting close to level 2. Got some combat going. Really has just not done much in the game at all, so no reason for me to expect anything to be building up in the X skills mod. I'm out of vegetables. And now meat, but I've got peanuts for protein. Wolf loves him some peanuts. In fact, I pretty much won't settle somewhere unless I've found peanuts. That's just kind of a standard I set for myself, because for me peanuts are just that important. And I don't want to do without them. So I was lucky enough to find peanuts really right around spawn. I have found everything I've needed pretty much right around spawn. And that is primarily due to the fact that I made a patchy world. This is the first patchy world I've made. Didn't know anything about it other than I remember Ashunton mentioning it. Watched her make her world that way, and I thought, well, let's find out what a patchy world is. Boy, am I glad I made a patchy world. I don't know what all it's supposed to do, but from my observations, it clearly well, one of the things that I hoped it was going to do was make the biomes smaller. I also changed the distance between the polar equators, again to make it so that I'd be able to access more biomes without traveling so far. Patchy World is also affecting the climate. And I just couldn't be more happy with this world. Can't imagine a world I'd be more happy with than the one that was created this way. I am finding grains like no tomorrow. We've got grains kind of stacked up here. It's not a bad thing. If you want to know what mods I'm using, just look into the file description and I've got all of them there. And I was just using the carry-on mod to be able to put that chest on and off my back and onto the ground so that I could put items in it. One of the mods that I consider to be essential. Some of the mods I'm playing with I could play without, but most of the ones that I'm playing with I don't want to play without. Oh, there's some vegetables in the form of mushrooms. jack-o'-lantern. I don't remember if that's poisonous. I think it is. Yes, it is. So, no mushrooms, or no vegetables. Just poison. More clay. What are these mushrooms? Pink bonnets. I have no idea about them. Ooh, they're even more poisonous than the jack-o'-lantern. Yikes. Funeral bells, poisonous. More funeral bell, more pink bonnet. Funeral bell will do 40 damage to you, so I don't think I'll be eating any of those. So lots of fantastic trees filled with mushrooms, but none of which are the kind you want to ingest. Those are getting ready to turn to rot. Well, start rotting, spoiling. Take a while before they became rot. So I better get to eating them. Oh my goodness, pineapple. Don't ask me why I'm using a knife. Alright, 2 pineapple seeds. Those are my first pineapple seeds. Pineapples used to be fantastic. After you harvest them, you would place them on the ground, and their life would be basically infinite. They would not spoil on you if you placed them on the ground. You put them in storage somewhere, they're going to spoil and go bad. And that's the way pumpkins were too. And then that went away. Tyron changed that. And I had the chance to ask him about it directly, and he says, yeah, actually that was always a bug that was never supposed to be the way it was. So all he did was correct something. He didn't ruin anything that was supposed to be there, but wanted it to be there. So these are 80. All right. I've had the good fortune of having many conversations with Tyron. At this point, he's probably done a really smart thing and backed away from talking to players. So now we get to talk to Valen, and there's nothing wrong with that. Valen's been very helpful. Every time I've asked a question, he's been very prompt at getting back with an answer. So I appreciate Valen. He's doing a valuable service for our community. So now pineapple still is a good fruit, but it actually does have a short period of time like the berries do. I think it's, yeah, I didn't get a pineapple. I think they have a longer shelf life than berries, but it's nothing like it was. So if you knew what they were like, you disappointed. If not, it's like every other fruit. Short shelf life. deposits. But I was unhappy with myself that I never marked a fire clay deposit. And I had marked blue clay, but I hadn't marked any fire clay. So then I thought I knew where some was, went out and looked, and never ran into it. Looks like some flax over this way. And so there was. So there is. Rice over there, but it's, well, yeah, not mature. More clay. Is that a ruin I know about? Huh. I don't think I've been to that ruin, but certainly not hidden anywhere. Yeah, I'm thinking that is flax. And it is, but nothing mature. Only collecting mature flax, only collecting mature grains. I'm collecting every peanut seed, mature or otherwise. And I may start collecting all the rice seeds, but mature flax is it's the one. See, we have just one short of a piece of linen there, and I'm sure I have some in the chest on my back. We're doing really well collecting flax. Here's some more crop, it looks like. Not mature. Oh! Hey, you know that ruin? Actually, that's my ranch. So yes, I do know the ruin. So, we just expanded this, and I don't remember how much terra preta we just got, but we get it, it goes in the ground, we expand. Oh, that's right, we have no flax fibers at home. That's right, I forgot. But yes, in the chest. So that is another linen. And is it 11? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need 2 more linen before I can make the gambeson body armor. does that keep happening? Oh. I know how that keeps happening. Okay. Well, we're going to leave that 4 there. Let's make some more limestone cobblestone. Well, that'll do for the expansion of the farm, because the expansion on the farm is not vast. We'll be making another one of those. Oops, I forgot there was water behind there. No matter. One way or the other, these were coming out. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. That's no fun, fighting water flow. So let's don't. So vegetable. That's what we've got for vegetable. Well, I want to plant my peanuts, and I'm going to plant my vegetables in that new piece of ground. But I'm probably going to have to hoe it first, which is probably why I made a new hoe and grabbed the one that still was already there. Oh, Temporal Storm. Yikes. I am in no way, shape, or form ready for a Temporal Storm. Let's get out of here. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't make it back home. I have a bed in there. I'll sleep through the storm. We're going to end this episode, but we may as well see if I make it to my bed. You've been with me this far. Got my terra down. Don't want that open. Alright, we're going to sleep through the storm. I've got the good bed. Thank you. Storm lasts 10 hours, so this storm might not be quite over when I wake up. But alas it is. Holy cow. I was so not ready for a temporal storm. I was not looking whatsoever up here, which would have told me it was coming. And now we have another death. Let's see if there's any bad guys hanging out in my farm. There are not. Oh, I'm so excited about my farm. Look, the turnips, man. Turnips. I'm going to be getting crops out of my farm. All right. Let's get myself fed before we end this episode. Get some protein. All right, we're fed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had fun playing and having you along. Hope you come back for the next one. Thanks. Goodbye.